In Nigeria, militants in the oil-rich Niger Delta say they may resume their fight against the federal government because of delays in delivering the benefits of last year's Amnesty program. VOA's correspondent Stearns has our story.
Thousands of Delta gunmen turned in their weapons last year, returning some calm to the troubled region after years of fighting over what militants say is the federal government's neglect of people living in the area that generates the bulk of Nigeria's oil wealth. There are also complaints about the response of oil companies and federal authorities to environmental damage caused by the drilling. Militant leader Tom Ateke says that truce is now at risk because of the government's failure to deliver on promises of jobs for former fighters.
What we need immediately right now, we want them to give us jobs, that is the leaders, because our boys are disturbing. So we want them to give us jobs. So we tell them we have already discussed that with them. Though we mention one or two things, but I don't want to mention it here. If they fail their promises, we'll know what to do. We can't just stay like that.
The Niger Delta Amnesty program lost momentum in the political instability surrounding the prolonged illness of then-President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Following his death last month, Nigeria's new president, Goodluck Jonathan, is promising to revive the Amnesty program to prevent a return to violence in the Delta. Militants say oil companies are failing to clean up spills that hurt local fishermen. Oil companies say many of those spills are the result of sabotage to oil pipelines. Fisherman Innocent Tomwi says there are no fish left for the people of Bodo village because of a spill on the lower part of the Bonny River.
We could not be able to go fishing again. There were no fish in the river, and when we go, we catch no fish.
Environmentalists say 50 years of oil spills have destroyed the livelihoods of over 20 million people in the Delta.
We are totally frustrated and we are angry.
Oil spills also threaten a sensitive ecosystem. Unlike the Gulf of Mexico oil spill, where the U.S. government is demanding compensation from British Petroleum, local leaders in the Delta say oil companies there are far less accountable. Chief Albert Horsfall is the chairman of the River State Social Rehabilitation Committee.
The governments of this country do not wish to get involved directly or politically in what the commercial companies do. You can understand partly why. We live by the revenue, virtually the revenue that is generated from the oil industry, and the tendency has always been to accommodate them.
Militants say that needs to change.
Nigeria and U.S., there's a big difference. In Nigeria, if such things happen, they just keep silent, and if you talk, they'll look for a way to put you into a problem.
Sabotage and kidnapping cut deeply into Nigerian oil exports, which are the main source of government revenue. President Jonathan says he understands the severity of the problem and is asking militants for more time to deliver on the promises of jobs in the Amnesty program. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Dakar.